organization priding itself on dashing and execution, there's an incongruity in the way that, since its presentation in 2014, the Scrambler has been Ducati's top-of-the-line show. Shunning execution for effortlessness and riding satisfaction, the Scrambler grabs an alternate way for Ducati, and the people in Borgo Panigale have grasped this idea wholeheartedly. Ducati ostensibly didn't make the Scrambler scene, yet any reasonable person would agree the way of life bloomed to what it is today on account of Ducati. A brand is teeming independence, investigation, flippancy, and ponder. This is the reason the Scrambler has been so well known. It conveys the riding background without any demands and enables riders to make it their own. To date, Ducati has seen 46,000 Scramblers fly into clients' hands around the world. Ducati's advanced Scrambler development began in 2014 with the dispatch of the Ducati Scrambler Icon, as a model year 2015 machine. Controlled by a 803cc twin, the Icon was only a beginning stage. With the dispatch of the 400cc Scrambler 62 a year later, a section-level bike for the don't have any desire to be marked group was presented. Presently, the Scrambler 1100 takes the Scrambler line the other way, putting itself as the lead of the Scrambler trio. The same, but different. Not at all like the 62, which is basically a sleeved-down Icon, the 1100 is an all-new bike. Everything begins with the motor. In view of the 1079cc air, oil-cooled, 2-valve twin keep-going seen on the Monster 1100 Evo, the motor itself is physically bigger than its 803cc younger sibling. This required an all-new trellis outline, getting the wheels underway, joke not proposed, to plan another bicycle while remaining consistent with the first. Here is the place Scrambler creator Jeremy Farad gains whatever it is Ducati is paying him. As he clarified amid the press instructions, it was his business to keep the extents for the Scrambler 1100 in line with whatever is left of the line. He was stating this, mind you, as he portrayed a new bicycle progressively on his advanced easel for the press to see. The arrangement appears to be genuinely basic, since the motor and edge are bigger, whatever remains of the bike would need to develop to suit. The trap, Fraud clarified, was to keep the extents as close as conceivable to the first. The outcome is a 1100 with a more drawn-out wheelbase, taller seat tallness, and more width. In numbers, we're taking a gander at 59.6 creeps from pivot to hub, about 3 inches longer than the Icon, 31.8 crawls to the ground, 0.7 inches taller, and 35.2 inches wide, or 2 inches more extensive than the Icon. Ducati claims the Scrambler 1100 really has a more casual seat-to-foot peg proportion, and the bars are lower and further forward. The development spurt doesn't end there, either. While outwardly comparative, the 1100 fuel tank is extended to 3.9 gallons, 0.4 gallon more than previously, and the 18-inch front wheel is presently mated to a 120-segment front-mount 60 RS Pirelli versus the Icon's 110-segment tire. On the suspension front, fork stanchions developed to 48mm, or 3mm more extensive than the Icon, with Toyota giving the completely customizable units on the 1100 and Special. Allens expedites the suspenders. The sports show. Completely filled, Ducati says the 1100 and 1100 Sport tip the scales at 454 pounds, include 11 more pounds for the special release. Light these bicycles are not, particularly in case you're more disposed to going dirt road romping. However, from the seat the additional weight isn't frightfully unwieldy. Through everything, Fraud remained consistent with the 4 qualities Ducati characterizes the Scrambler line by: bumpy tires, the single banana situate, a tier fuel tank, and huge handlebars. On the motor front, we've effectively settled the Scrambler 1100 acquires its motor from the Monster 1100 Evo, however essentially culling from one model and putting it in another isn't the situation here. Truth be told, the whole best end of the Dismo has been overhauled with an all-new twin-starred head. Valves are as yet inside dismodromically. The reason for this, Ducati says, is to deliver wide and level torque bend accessible very quickly to the rider. Truth be told, Ducati claims max torque on the 1100 of 65 pounds-to-foot, accessible at 4,750 revolutions per minute, though the 800 Scrambler hits its 49 pounds-to-foot top at a relatively elevated 7,750 revolutions per minute. Max control for the 1100 is an asserted 86 horsepower at 7,500 revolutions per minute. Sitting in the middle of the chambers is presently a solitary 55mm throttle body, rather than two on the Monster, with ride-by-wire throttle activation. Being a Ducati all things considered, the 1100 accompanies some great tech, including 3 ride modes, 3 power modes, 4 level footing control, in addition to off and cornering ABS. The last 2 working with the help of a Bosch 9.1 MPMU. As a sharp special reward, the AMU likewise empowers the swing pointers to self-wipe out in light of deceleration, lean edge, and quickening rates. Additionally moves Scrambler far from execution and rather towards riding joy. The ride modes have now been given new names: Active, Journey, and City. Classification aside, the usefulness of the 3 modes continues as before. Active gives every one of the 86 guaranteed strength, with coordinate throttle association. Journey additionally furnishes full power with marginally milder throttle, while City dials back energy to 75 horsepower and delicate throttle association. Footing control additionally increments or abatements particular to the mode. However, the rider has the choice of altering footing control and power settings autonomously of the ride mode.